Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you may be. It's like in Warlord, the stash. Hello, everyone. So, as promised, we're going to go over everyone's submissions for the Townstar/Gala Games survey. I'm going to bring that up in a second. I've already looked through the data. There's no private information, no emails, and all like that. It's just the data, which is one of the things I was asking Gala for. Still haven't gotten that yet. Are we going to get the data? Probably not, but I'm going to keep asking unless you guys don't care at all, and then I'll stop asking because I'm asking for you and me, but I'm not that important. So if you guys really don't care, then I'll shut up. But here we go. I kept this up just I thought you guys would find it funny. The survey closed. If you have any other suggestions or feedback, please reach out in the Gala Games official Discord server. So you guys go right ahead and try that out if you want. All right, so here we are. Here is the official survey. I had 74 responses. Obviously, I would have loved to have more, but 74 of you made the decision to comment, so we're going to go over it. Damn it. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate you. All right. Question 1. How do you feel about the current state of Gala Games? With a wide range, but it looks like it's mostly skewed in the 5 or less category. We had some people in the 7, 8, 9, 10 range, but obviously not as many. 6, a little bit above lukewarm, So yeah, not too bad, I guess. I mean, this is not the best thing you want to see, right? But the question after the next questions are, more important, I'd say. Do you feel like your voice is heard? Yes, we had 9.5%. No, we had 60.8%. So 45 of you said no. Maybe 18 of you. We had one person say, I try to stay quiet because I don't want to be tagged and flagged. That should be a concern for Gala. One of the best responses ever, Beta. Wait, I got to do it. Every time it's mentioned.
Warning. Beta.
I can't not do it, right? So, thank you for whoever did that. No, really. I'm assuming they mean not really. If you share your opinion, sometimes you are treated bad and you will be banned from the channel just because. We had someone say, when I reach out, I get responses, so I feel heard. Gala is not real clear on their direction, intentions, and actions, so it's hard to tell. Here we go. It's hard to tell what, if anything, they are doing in response. In the end, I don't know if they really need to listen to the opinions of the community. They can run their game how they think is best, and listening to some people would be a bad idea. Some of the comments and ideas I hear in Discord would just not work at all. Okay, that's fair. And there's our yes. Okay, so do you feel like your voice is heard? There you go. Do you feel like Gala Games cares about its community? We had 14 say yes, 24 say no, so that's 32.4%. 35% were in the middle with the maybe, and then we had a bunch of other options. So let's start here. They seem to care more for the ones with means to buy NFTs. At times it does, but the powers that be can change stuff without thoughts of the consequences. Okay. Only as a cash cow. There we go. I feel like they care about the amount of NFTs they can sell us. All right. Not really. When it suits them. I think they're in a hard place. They want to keep in the news and bringing out new stuff, but at the same time, things like Townstar. Let's see. Let's go read that one. At the same time, things like Townstar are not even finished, and with recent updates, I wonder what their intent is. Townstar didn't take off like other games, so keep throwing things out there looking for a home run, then put the developmental effort into it? Question mark. So that's an interesting point. I like that approach. All right. Of course, they care. Without the community, their business would fail. Now, if their actions show that or have the consequences they intended, are a different story. Okay, very nice. Just if you buy lots of NFTs, and sometimes yes, sometimes no. So that would probably fall into the maybe. All right, there we go. Now this one's a good sign, right? We don't want it to always be negative. I've gotten some comments about my negativity lately, which is fine. You guys are entitled to say whatever the hell you want. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. How optimistic are you about Gala Games' future? So in the middle, we've got, it seems like the majority of people are optimistic about the future of Gala Games, which is good. We have what? We'll ignore 5. We won't do like Gala did on theirs, and we'll treat 5 like it just doesn't exist. So we had 17 and 4, that is 21, and 5 is 26. So we had 26 people that were less than optimistic about it, and we had 22 and 7 is 29, and 3 is 32, and 9 is 41. So we had 41 that were optimistic about it. So, okay. That's good. You want to see optimism, right? We didn't want it to all just be negative Nancy's, right? So here we go. First long answer question. What would you like to say to Gala Games? Please care about the players a little more. Please talk with the players of your games and take in their input before deciding to play God and screw players up. Also try to add better incentives to play, including gameplay and earnings. Keep changing the game and try to avoid making the same mistakes you did when you released styling rides. They are too overpowered. Okay? NFT, stop. Stop nerfing NFTs in the game like wheat stands. You cannot make something obsolete we spent fiat money to buy. This is shooting your own leg. All right? It needs to be easier for people like me that don't have the NFTs or money to buy them to be able to earn them by playing. Okay, so that's an interesting thought on it. Stop with the overpriced NFTs and fix your games. Okay. Think about the new players also, the ones that don't know how to play the games, the ones that will buy new stuff from them. Get complete games out, stop offering more NFTs, more games, and a jury chain needs to be released. Yes, Gala chain. Make play-to-earn goals attainable for everyone. Okay? I just wanted to say that I was super optimistic about Gala's future. They had the vision and the devs to make an excellent environment for the player to benefit a lot and make something for the history of gaming. Right now, I really think Gala is going down a lot in my opinion because simply they don't hear their players, and I'm starting to believe that Gala is now way more interested on selling a lot of NFTs than actually making good games and improving their first game, Townstar. Please make Gala great again. Stop pushing out NFTs and updates until you fix the game bugs. I invested in the Gala because they show a lot of promise, but I'm having second thoughts. Please make sure the weekly competition comes back. Okay? That work needs to be done by the UI UX of Gala page as well as in the game, both to allow better access to information and options. I should not need to rely on the goodness of the community to field questions that should be easily answered within the product. Okay? Stop releasing new games and music and finish Townstar first. Focus on developing the current game and economy instead of NFT sellout. Changes that have been made to the game have no obvious reason, like requiring the oak for a water pump looks like a change for the sake of change. These kind of changes show the team to be ignorant to the players. Please, more affordable NFTs that will bring the masses. Expensive and cheap NFTs can live side by side. Gala has to start worrying a little bit more about the games and less about marketing of their own blockchain. Just thinking about having to deal with the awful AI in Townstar, the backbone of the game, and Gala's current flagship title makes me not want to play it. Some of us live in the real world where every cent counts. Thank you very much for such a good gaming platform, and please do not add so many games at the same time since that causes anguish because, for example, I cannot buy all the NFTs that come out since they are very expensive, and only the first ones who buy win because they buy them cheap since they have a lot of Gala coins. It would be good to add more places on the competition server, and instead of town coins, it would be some of the NFT of the new games. Okay? People are not going to invest in NFTs or hold Gala if it is not economically viable. Perfectly placed sipped tea. This does not compare with other typings of gaming where you buy skins for $3 to $7 to look cool. You are talking about NFTs that cost hundreds and mostly thousands of dollars. It feels like you've abandoned Townstar like it was a Ponzi scheme. Then you are nerfing the effect of many NFTs so that you get the same effect you have to lay out a 3 to 5 year cash advance of $3,500 or more just to break even. And what if the value gets worse? People pay decent money for these and the value is not increasing and the return is not there and the game mechanics and AI are not improving. It's like you're throwing random stuff that makes no sense at these problems. The payout has dropped by 90% in cash value, but the NFTs are still the same price. There's so much potential for Gala to do amazing going forward. Slow the hype and release and finish products. People have spent, but if they can't earn, there's no incentive to keep spending. You're drinking from a well that only has so much supply, and if people can't get what they're looking for, they will find another project to support. Please stop rushing things. Please stop the secrecy with prices and utility. Please focus on the minnows and not the whales. Please focus on fixing your game, putting out quality products instead of spamming NFTs. Worry more about making a fun game instead of focusing on NFTs. The game should be fun to play and not feel like a grind to play. The changes that were made Limit the diversity in strategy and having different builds, and will push people to one of 3 or 4 builds to the end game. Please respect the players. Stop selling as much useless crap as possible. While stuff does not continue to work, it is incredibly reminiscent of the Bernie Madoff Ponzi scheme that will collapse once they have made enough money off of us. Here are your big issues with your first game, Townstar. Instead of focusing on these issues, it feels like you just want us to continue buy things. There haven't been any AMAs about Townstar in quite some time, and the last 2 were very short. I'm sure everyone would feel better with more information of what is being done to improve Townstar rather than just being told we haven't been forgotten about. Also, some of the things that have been done recently have not been handled properly. The first was the NFT that Snoop was giving away on Twitter. When it was posted in the Discord, it was not clear that it was only to bring in new people. I'm sure many members thought they would be getting something and were disappointed when they found out they would not be. It would have been nice for it to have been said up front that the post was just to show us that Snoop is talking about Gala Games. Start listening to your player base. Don't let the enforced echo chamber in the Discord fool you. There are many early adopters who are beginning to distrust the ethos of the company. Focus on getting the competitions up. Hear feedback on how to improve the utility of town. Allow people to use it to make buildings complete earlier. Make it useful for town gala power. It's not about how to make people play longer by increasing build time. If you can do it well in the above, people will naturally play it. T-SIP, excuse me. Gala is awesome. I love Gala. However, it needs to ship. Yes, software development is hard. There needs to be better communication about times and expectation management. Balance the game properly, where you can succeed in building different towns depending on biomes and location, where you can compete and build with skill and knowledge and not just buy NFTs to win. Make it playable. Bring back the competition. Use this changes on a test server and reward those that play there. Please concentrate on things that you already started. Announce games atop. Stop adding new and again new things. Like the fuzzles now. It's cute and everything, but it feels like another sidestep from what you were preaching, making awesome games. Hand to heart, Townstar has been neglected since the start of P2E. I'm not a developer, so I don't know if anti-cheat changes could have been implemented quicker. Townstar was your flagship, and it's slowly fading away into the background due to all the other things that you are doing. Fuzzles, orbs, music, etc. Can you please hire more devs for Townstar and implement the changes quicker? And please, please, please test everything before releasing it. I cannot remember a single no issue update reset of Townstar gameplay. That's very sad. Focus on the game, not just selling NFTs and Vox. Well, please be friendly and think about both veteran players and new players. I am a new player, so I don't know too much about game mechanics. Just one word, don't nerf things. Make a poll before making decisions. One last word, Townstar is your basement. Don't ignore it. Don't blanket dismiss constructive criticism as FUD. A lot of people put a lot of time into their feedback and provide it with the intention of making Gala better. It leaves a sour taste if one gets timed out for a legitimate concern. I have no idea what that is. Let's see if we can Google Translate that. It should be possible to get more inexpensive NFT to play the game better, or the requirement should be easier. Okay. Wasn't expecting foreign languages there, but that works. Please perfect existing games before releasing new ones. Juggling too much at once. Get a few things right at first. Worst community devs ever. They kicked me from Discord just because I spoke about me being upset with how things are going around Gala Games. Please ensure better road mapping, less new stuff, and establish a sound model with Townstar. It appears it's a continuous sales pitch. Also, you have to accept that a large portion of players have invested and want a return. Communicate more. Focus on fewer things. The quality of your actions is going down. Just listen to the community. There are plenty of people with lots of experience in gaming and good ideas to make the game better. I think that you're just stealing money to idiot players like me for paying for NFT and Gala Gold and never recovering money because you only nerf NFT and make play to earn more difficult. Tokenomics sucks. No plan to increase the value of town, not care what the community says. Improve the tokenomics. Gala Power should have town in it. More advertising, more competition. Tree farms, 15 to 30 seconds. Lumber max 4. 4 trees. Fair correlation, price, speed, etc. Between lumberjack, rancher, farmer, and logger, ATV, tractor, and rivers. Please don't destroy the game. How it's happening with last changes. Game is becoming too difficult. Focus more on Townstar. Please think about repercussions about how one change will affect other things in the game. Get it together and don't forget us. How do I sell out my town coin again? Wasn't ready for that one. I appreciate a lot that you're considering to take the game to another level, but please take into consideration The game has a lot of bugs. My suggestion would be to first focus on fixing it and then on the changes. But since you already started, let's look forward. But please focus on fixing it and let's have some competitions again. I think we all missed that a lot. You might have noticed that the players decreased a lot in the last months. I really love the game and I hope you will do your best to let it run. Thank you. Get games to the players sooner rather than later. First, fix all the problems with the game. Stop selling NFTs and then make significant changes. Please really start listening to what the players of Townstar want from the game. Don't try and change things just for the sake of when it doesn't need to be changed. Actually listen to what players are saying or issues and work on fixing those and making it better. I hope you set up your best blockchain ever because I know how hard it is. I'm setting up my own Town. Well, that was an interesting one. Focus on one thing at a time, but doubt that can be done honestly. Serious balance is needed, but this is impossible now because you guys release so many NFTs on beta stage.
Warning. Beta. Beta. Beta.
Or alpha. You should give everyone accounts NFTs that can be destroyed so when you launch the game, people will actually get what they deserve on their NFTs. I would like them to take the support ticket seriously. I've been waiting several months and still haven't heard anything. Well, that's if that's you, by the way, that's your comment, please DM me because I'll make sure that it gets escalated. I have channels. So if you wrote this comment, please get a hold of me. Follow through with your promises. There are a lot of leaks and announcements and they take forever to materialize or seem like they've been left behind and not happen. Don't forget Townstar, please. Give a chance to people who don't have money to buy NFTs. NFTs. Every update forces you to buy and use NFTs. Better communication and community involvement. Keep up the good work. This game feels like a lot to pay to win at the moment. Wait, the gym's announcement. Please include a way for players to earn their way into gold or NFTs so they can compete with people who can afford to dump thousands into a game. Make more marketing. Well, that's the first time I've heard that today. Please make the game the best competition ever so I can earn Gala and buy your founder's note to help the Gala ecosystem and directly contribute to the expansion of Gala Games. Town. Another comment. You're not supposed to have two comments, Town. Tricky bastard. The new Townstar point system is too time consuming. Keep doing your best. You're good, but you can do better. And no. All right. I'd say some good. I mean, a lot of emotional feedback in there, but there's some good comments. All right. If there's one thing you could change right now about Gala Games, what would it be? Add community managers. The daily earnings from the NFTs. Reduce the prices of NFTs. It's too much. The weekly will keep you going. You should listen to the community and stop banning and giving timeouts for people who just express and give your feedback. Some of the times you time them out without any reason. Same as above. Management seem to be sleeping on top of the bankrolls. The changes they are making just to have changes and not thinking long run. Focus on completing Townstar, Spider Tanks, and Miranda's. Nothing else. No other game should get any attention curves. Well, that's not going to happen. Make competition on a level playing field. Players with Express Depot should be playing against others with the same advantage, not multiple skins and NFTs. That's not a bad idea. Similar to what we're doing with Spider Tanks, right? Where whatever the rarity of the tank is that you have, that's who you should be playing against, right? Same concept. Gala should have a better communication with the players so that the players could have a direct impact on the game development features changes. Super specific thing I would do at least. Hear me. Okay, well, he has the same opinions as me about the games, and I believe that the big majority of the players agree with him in several aspects of Townstar in particular. Well, I appreciate that. I mean, I just feel like I'm channeling the voices that I see that don't get as much attention because they're not positive, right? I mean, I read all the comments, right? So imagine I feel like I'm reflecting a community at the very least. Fix the bugs and put a stop to location scripts. Yeah, that'd be nice. Include the community when making changes. If nothing else, have several members from the community which they can bounce ideas with. I've mentioned that before. Competition for the monthly, too. Not a problem with that. Better access to entry-level NFTs or more interaction with the game to help plan out what is going on for this playthrough. Clear communication to the community. Make town better. My investment in the wheat stand reinstated to its previous value. What kind of tempering with NFTs will work to make Gala NFT untrustworthy? Then it won't matter, so stop that. Shiz. Make it more accessible to the normal gamer. Marketing. Gala's investing too much into it without nothing to back it up other than here's a chance to make a quick buck if you mint our next NFT, wink wink. Not having scam written all over it. More places where you have mountains and rivers and deserts because there are so many places in There are few for so many people, since in those places is where you get the best stars. Please increase the number of people who can win, as there are so many people playing and so few places for winners. Find a way to stabilize the value of what you pay out so it can be reasonable return on investment. Tokenomics, or the amount of finished games. More focus on less games. Remember the old saying about throwing enough poop at a wall? Gala is feeling like that right now, and it's painful to watch as a Gala supporter. The most recent updates to Townstar. Be more methodical in making changes in the effect of their game. The more changes you throw at something all at once, the harder it is to determine which changes worked and which ones didn't. Responsibility. Stop selling us stuff that has no use currently. We understand that money is needed to keep growing, but without seeing any improvements in the one game we can play, it seems like a waste. Make it more accessible for the community of players to have their voice heard without being put on a timeout because the mod is a dick and can't handle an investor's opinion. An unfiltered conversation about the actual state of the roadmap and what the plans are to correct it, instead of the monthly cash grabs of NFTs that have zero utility and no price discovery. Get competition up weekly. Communication. Discord is not good for status updates and announcements. Please give us another method of communication. Weekly or monthly games update would awesome. Even something high level like this. Trello. I know who this is that posted this. Let me give them a shout out real quick. They were messaging in the Discord earlier. Let me find them. Where are you at? Tofu. Yeah, it's Tofu. Yeah. Shout out to Tofu. He was the one I got a shout out the other day. Yes, it's Tofu. Yeah. That boy was spamming his link in the Discord earlier. My goodness. Shout out to Tofu for that comment. A playable competition with wins achievable for all, not just those that can afford to buy your NFTs. No comment. Please concentrate on games. Leave the other non-game stuff for later once we have 2 to 3 fully released games online. It's time to bring back the weekly competition. If it's not back soon, Townstar will die. Towncoin drop rate increase. I can't tweak the price of NFTs, so I prefer improving the Towncoin earnings per day for normal and rare NFTs. Of course, I will minimize the use of NFTs dependence for rankings only if competition exists. Cancel the changes made to the ATVs and power plants. Focus on current games. Townstar releasing Spider Tank. And make sure that it's a great deliverable and not just branching out into more and more games, NFTs, but focusing on current games such as Townstar. Another Google Translate here. Let's see what we got. I'm assuming that's German. It didn't translate anything. Oh well. Where were we? I mean, it's got to be able to translate some of it, right? Let me go to actual Google Translate. AI should be improved. 10 workers / rangers or whatever doing running to bring 1 wood. That's annoying. There we go. Now we got our answer. Provide more affordable NFTs so that the masses can benefit from play to earn. Start actually launching stuff. It's all on pre-order still. Excuse me. Community devs. In my opinion, they are not transferring the right information to game devs. Change meta, not game rules. Things that affect power of NFT are unfair. People buy them for a purpose. Changing that purpose or outcome is deceitful. I would not buy a car to find out the rules change and that my model cannot go on certain roads. See above. P2E. They don't want to hear the word investment, but all we are investing money and time into the games. The reward system is not the best. You need to invest money and buy NFT to get any kind of reward. If you don't invest, you don't get anything. I can understand that Gala is a business, but you also need to understand that P2E should be not a luxury, and that is what it is right now. It looks like the only sustainability that Gala ecosystem will have is by selling NFTs. FYI, the cheaper NFTs in your store is equal to the monthly salary of a person living in a third world country. If Gala wants to make any difference, they should create a system where just for playing you can accumulate points towards obtaining an NFT. And that way all players around the world without money would be able to play, have fun, and earn. Oh yes, the rental system, but with the price of Towncoin, it is not worth it. You have to pay more than what you will earn. Towncoin needs a real utility to drive the value up and be profitable for both Gala and the gamers. Make the game as it was fun to play. Tokenomics, Gala Power should depend from town, more rivers. Improve the tokenomics, Gala Power should have town in it, more competition with rewards for 1 through 500. Possibility to make more crafted items and be able to play in competition. consistent weekly competitions, location selection scripts getting all the good spots, change of way updates are implemented with discussing via the community through Speechman liking. Okay, well, that's fine. 1 management, 2 new programmers. So in the Discord earlier, they said they hired 56 new devs, and I was like, well, I hope they give a couple to Townstar, and I was like, they're probably just going to give 1. So apparently more than one of the new devs they hired is going to Townstar. So fingers crossed. Get the bug fixed and start the competition. Townstar cost of running a town is way too high. Last month I had 10 million in every square utilized. This month I will likely end with 70k and not fill out my squares. Went from easy into way too difficult. Fix all bugs. Revert the recent changes back and work on actually getting the week competitions back up and running smoothly. Also keep TownCoin relevant for the game. No comment. You are amazing, Town. Same as above. Focus on a few key projects. It's too late for Gala. Nothing else can be changed now instead of waiting. Can be changed now instead of waiting for its crash. Better support team. One thing I feel like I could type forever on this one. I would say bring back comps. They're an integral part of this game and make it fun and interesting. Now you could probably include focusing on fixing the bugs in this because that seems to be why there is no comp. More affordable NFTs may be useful in different games would be nice. Make competitions for NFT and non-NFT players separately. I don't know. Worker prioritization, e.g. the wood conga line. Add the features people are using scripts for to tell their production levels and add a way to check the cost of a building when you don't have no open land to build on. I was pleased with the auto sell rollout, but my phone doesn't save the settings like my PC does. I would like it to remember my last values. I will finish 1 game, then we'll do alpha, beta, and so on other games. What? Wait, what was that?
Warning. Beta.
I was right? Nope. Cheaper NFTs. Have it run on Avalanche or something that isn't Ethereum. Fix the Townstar quickly and perfectly. Get off the Ethereum network. All right. Again, some good feedback, some good ideas, and some funny ones as well. And this is where we pick up from the Townstar, their survey. So, how do you feel about the core value changes in general? So, in their survey, they said that the majority of players were happy with it. In my survey, it appears that the majority of people are not happy with it. So, take that for what you will. 14 and 33, that's 47 of you that are unhappy. We throw out this, which means only 8 of you are happy with it. We're going to ignore this. They knew that they included it. How's the difficulty level of the game with the new changes in place? 1 is super easy. I believe, 1's really easy, and then 5's really difficult. So most people are finding it harder to really hard to not excruciatingly hard, but like this was unplayable, I think. So most of you fall in the 3 and 4 range. Core changes you like the most, so ones you do like. ATV, farm tractor, logger. That one's a good change. What we got here? Flower. Do I need to make this bigger? Oh, let me zoom out a second. No, it's still not showing. Okay, whatever. I tried. Okay. You really liked the pond change, which I didn't actually care for the pond change. I'd rather it be 20,000 because then you can sell it for 5,000, right? But refinery change, sheep pen, windmill's a good change. Tree wild change, yeah. None was getting used to the way it was, and then they changed it. None of the changes were good. Auto sell. I really don't like the way they have effed the game up, period. Okay, so there's our answers. Those are our big winners here. Farm tractor, flower, logger. All the things they made easier. People liked. What changes do you like the least? Right off the bat, our winner, just like in theirs, was power plant, followed by feed mill. Feed mill was also a huge nerf, and that's the one that really hurt the wheat stand NFT. Especially the base model, which is what most people have. Some people didn't like the ATV. Some people didn't like feed. Well, feed mill is the same thing. Lumber mill. I would have thought that had been a little bit higher, but they didn't care for those. Paved road. Most people didn't like that one. I didn't care for that either. Either make it more expensive or make it more materials. Don't do both. That's been my saying on it. Tree farm, they didn't like that. Obviously the timer on that. All the changes they didn't like, they were all terrible. After build, yeah, the build timers, I don't care for that either. Construction timer, yep. Stop screwing your customer base. Well, to be honest, I hate the changes made to ATVs and power plant. Before that, I was using 5 ATVs. I don't know what I'm supposed to be. I don't know if I can see any more than that. I'm sure there's probably more there, but I can't see it. All of them, get rid of the oak tree requirement. How do I see? Let's see if I can zoom out and see it all. Nope, I can't. Okay, well, I thought maybe I could read it. Sorry, I can't read the rest of your comment. Get rid of the oak tree requirement for water facility or add a product to manufacturer useful to blank. Okay, so I'm assuming to oak. Okay. As you can see, I've got a lot of things. I want to give you guys as much chance to say how you feel, and I'm going over all of them. I want you guys to know that. If I'm given the Gala data, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to go over literally everything. I'm going to go over everything. So hopefully I can get it so we can see what was said. But I mean, if you guys don't care, I don't care. Any suggestions for other core changes? No, none. No more construction timers. Nerf legendary style and ride. Town coin. Fix FPS and make it so everyone has a chance to compete. Stop making changes for the sake of having a harder game. Jury change should be released. It has been under development forever and the games cannot advance without it. Price wages for facilities back to what they were. Please go back to old vanilla and new stuff like chocolate. Make new meta. Make chocolate meta would be nice. Better AI for the workers. Some of the changes were good, but were double nerfed. For example, tree forms not take 60 seconds to grow, but you increase the number of wood for one lumber. You also nerfed my basic wheat stand. I spent weeks doing research, and now you made it useless. Yeah, wheat stand was for sure took the biggest hit out of anything in the game. Would love a competition for the monthly too, so everyone feels like they're able to win a little something would be more interesting. I don't mind the price of the increase of the ATV, but doubling the resources was a bit steep, especially when the tractor dropped to the same price, but without the increased resource cost. I think there is still some balance worthily done to get these numbers, but I am not familiar enough with the bulk of the builds. But as someone who still plays StarCraft 2, I can tell you there's a lot better outcome if you talk to those who are actively playing daily or competing properly, of course. Even just those who have following can ask for open discourse and more users. I would like to have a real sense of accomplishment for the quest, like maybe gradually increase the number of town coin earned each day to match the number of stars needed to compete. Interesting. No. Create a player community council. Have like a manage the council where players are consulted on proposed changes. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're going to do that, but I'd be happy to do that. Less tree timer. None. It's harder to adapt to the AI than to the gameplay. Why nerf bit tree wheat stand 63.2%, in effect making it useless? Subject nerfing all NFTs with 63.2%. That would be fair. I'm not going to do that, but yes, it's a good point. Good night. Please do not change the power of the town. For people who do not have money, they will not be able to earn because of the high cost of network transactions. Personally, I've endured my coins from the town since day one to be able to level up and be able to use my other NFTs, but with these changes in power, I would be left with nothing since I have few Gala coins and I invested everything in NFTs. I hope they will change. Will not change. Excuse me. Fix the AI. All AI should work as efficiently as farmers, not allowing designating of storage and a movement of building structures. That would be a great NFT. I think that's what the gyms are going to do. More balanced and realistic pricing, i.e. tractor versus ATV. Fixing the pathfinding would be great, less peppermint, and the candy canes and higher stars for candy canes. They're just not worth it past the first week of the monthly challenge. Upgrading the farmer, logger, rancher instead of having to demolish then rebuild would be stupidly useful and less time consuming. Find a utility for town coin. Right now it's purely deflationary. The wood lumber dynamic needs to be addressed, which they did, thankfully. Please understand that even if you can be stretched too thin, this is not Zynga. This is the very future of the world as we know it, and you are the leaders in P2E. You need to understand to walk prior to running. Lower the wages for the power plants and fabric plants. Make better decisions. Not available. Where are the improvements mentioned during last year's Galaverse? Townstar feels like a game I play in the background. I let it run for a few hours and do something and come back later. I really like the building phases. However, builds like candy cane take a day and then I can just put it on hold for 29 more days. Not fun after day one. Balance the game properly. Make it playable. Make builds achievable. Don't just push people towards building one thing in one biome to make stars and cash. Make it possible for a desert to compete with a river, mountain, etc. And there are rivers in Europe and Russia and China, you know. Yeah. The map's always been so scarce on rivers, right? None so far. Higher wood requirement for lumber and slower timer for tree farms is extremely slowing down the game. People will run away because of this. We need to make it easier to do rush. Right now it's become more or less flower only. Yes, I noticed that. Bring the pond money back. See, this is what I'm thinking. Bring the pond money back, baby. Like $20,000 to build a pond is not that much. Like, I get that it's cheaper to build now, but you get less for selling. And if you're starting on the forest, that was the main advantage of the forest, was that you could sell all those ponds. I am a newbie and can't say too much without knowing much. Add additional utility to Townstar tokens, such as letting one instantly finish a building for Townstar tokens or buy material, not in competition mode, only in regular gameplay. So that's the point, right? We have no problem with that being added in the game, but not in competition. That's unfair. 9. Good. Mr. German's there. Provide new in-game items and make map larger. Not available. Listen to community suggestions rather than kicking them from Discord. Reduce energy need to gasoline to 3. This will help new players not NFT. Feed mill 1 wheat for sure. That was as bad as it affects wheat stand owners and reason for purchase. Wages are so high, the game is harder for players with NFT. Building a town is going to be twice harder for new players and those who don't own NFTs. That is going to limit the possibility to be successful in the weekly competition. Maybe having 2 separate servers to compete will help. Revert back. Farm tree should be back to 15-30 seconds. Lumber only 4 trees. Logger tractor ATV should have a fair correlation price. Speed to lumberjack. Farmer rancher please more rivers. For example, India, Europe, Asia, Russia, and Africa. Tree farm 50 to 30 seconds. Lumber max 4 trees, more rivers. More balance between crafted items. Plain for trade wool would be cool. Good use for jet fuel. Yeah, I don't know when they're bringing that in, but I know it's there for a reason. We just never have had it in the game yet. Prairie grow back quicker, rent NFT. Yeah, so they did change the prairie though, so now it's called a meadow if you buy it. Pricing is totally not matching. Put it back. These drastic changes are something you work out in alpha, not in beta. I think the dev team should focus on fixing it and then think about other changes. Drop the cost of operation of a farm. Change the builder's AI and priorities. I think we need to urgently rethink the core changes that have recently been made. I'm still learning, so nothing that I would think of. I don't know. I'm fairly new to the game, and I really wish I knew what Gala power will be when crypto dropped. I bought Town so I could get level 2 Gala so I could place 2 NFTs, Water Tower and Mr. Buggy Waterbot, which now earns me 21 Town a day. Nothing great. I also have the Express Depot, but then the changes I bought enough to hit 2K Gala. Now I just hit level 3 Gala power. But with the new Town power update after 9 days, I figure I'll be back to Gala power level 1, which effing stinks. I really don't think the devs give a rat's ass about people. They only want they only have my kind of money. They don't care a rat's ass about people that only have my kind of money. I don't see these proposed changes will do anything to encourage new players, and now with the payouts decreasing down the road, which I do understand. I mean, how can they keep pumping out Town to everyone? That would just deflate the value of Town. I don't understand the crypto economics, but it makes sense. When the marketplace comes it, I'll try to rent the highest NFT I can with my Gala Power level 1 and see what happens. Maybe I can have a net positive. Any suggestions for too late for Gala? I don't know that I like the changes, but everyone has to deal and adapt with the changes, so I feel like it's fair and will adapt. I feel like they made too many changes at once, as do I. If they were trying to balance, which I'm not sure if that was their intention now, I feel like making less changes at a time over a longer period of time would work better. I feel like they slowed a lot of stuff down just for the sake of slowing it down, and that is not much fun. The game seemed to slow even before these changes. So, for example, if I could get to and build my power plants the first day, and now I follow the same steps but have to wait until the second day before I have enough cash to do so, it's not as fun. I'm just doing a whole bunch more waiting. I feel like they need to stop using spreadsheets to relay the game data because they are inaccurate a lot of the time. The data is available in the game itself, so they should just pull and display the data. It's also hard to find a lot of data. They should make it available in-game or at least dynamically on their website, not static like the current stuff because there's a lot of old data there. Stars, for example, if I want to know how much something sells for, I have to either make 10 of them and sell them or calculate it or look up a spreadsheet and hope it's correct. It's okay that difficulty has arrived, but maybe too much at once. For the next question, before change 5, now 2, 3. For the next question. Oh. For the next question. Okay. I had to read that again. I don't know. Fixed worker prioritization. Lumber mill consumption rate seems way too swing heavy. If it's either you can't get in enough wood to keep a supply on hand of farmers or you have storage full of wood and lumber. Please make the best competition ever so I can earn Gala and buy your founder's note to help the Gala ecosystem and contribute daily to the expansion of town. Town. Hey, town. Lower daily point cost increments or cap it at a lower level. Lower feed for eggs. Bring the game back as it was before the maintenance. I think that's probably what they meant. All right, once again, some good comments. No, Town. All right. How do you feel about Town Star in general? So, majority are above the middle. So, we had 39 people that have a positive thought on Town Star. 26 are right in the middle. That was the highest. And then we have 9 people that are unhappy with Town Star. How much time do you spend playing Town Star daily? Oh, we got a bunch of answers here. Less than 30 minutes, 1 to 2 hours, 3 to 5 hours, all day, every day. And then I added in the option for extra. Too much, at least an hour, but it's always running. Depends on whether it's competition or not. No competition, and I barely spend enough time to collect my town. We should be able to go to sleep, every one of us, in the competition time. Yep. I talked about doing that, where the workers can only work for 8 hours a day during the competition. That way everybody has time to get it done in a 24-hour period. I think that would be a useful solution. At the beginning of a cycle is a couple of hours a day getting everything set up. After that, it's usually 30 to 60 minutes a day, however long as I need to get my daily quest. It depends on the day and what stage of the game. On average, it's been between a half an hour and 2 hours. I used to play all day. Before all the changes and scrubs, daily hours on end. Now, not all till major changes are made to put the game back to what the community wants. Sometimes a lot more. I usually prefer 1 hour because of other works, but it's usually 4 hours. It's worth 4 hours. I invest 68 hours learning and playing Town Star. Used to play a lot, now hardly get on. All day, some days. Now just doing my daily challenge before change to hours days. Not every day, but if I play, I spend 10 to 12 hours or more. 12-ish hours per day. All right. That's a broad spectrum of things. It was good, though. All right. Less than 30 minutes. People want to play Town Star for less than 30 minutes. 9 people. 25 of you said 1 to 2 hours. 20 of you said 35 hours. 13 of you said all day, every day. Somewhat less than all day. See answer above. Would like to stay about the same as I'm doing now. I'd play all the time if people in Gala stop making rash, stupid decisions. All the time if they make it worth it to P2E. If these changes stay 0 hours, I'd say less is better, but if I do have to spend a significant amount of time once in a while for a competition, that is okay. All right. What day would you prefer the competition to start in the future? 19 of you said Monday. 17 of you said Tuesday, which is the day it starts currently for me. 3 of you said Wednesday. 1 of you said Thursday. 7 said Friday. Saturday was 14. Sunday was 13. So our biggest percentage, I believe, yes, was Monday, which I wasn't expecting, actually. I was expecting it to be the weekend. So, interesting. How would you like the competition to be held? Weekly? Every 4 a month? Which I put longer. If it's a weekly competition, you'd want it to be longer than 6 days. 5 to 6, which is what it is now. 14 or less. Okay, so the most people said 5 to 6 days. 33 of you, which is what it was. 14 of you said 4 to 5 days. 7 of you said 3 to 4 days. And 6 of you said less than 3 days. You don't want that, I promise. And 11 of you said more than 6 days. So if they're doing a bi-weekly or a monthly, nobody said anything less than 4 to 5 days. Most of you said longer than 6 days. Bi-weekly, same thing, 5 to 6 or 6 days. Nobody said. We had one person say 3 to 4 days. 3 people say less than 3 days. So it shifted, right? As it got longer, you want to play more, right? Of course, you'd want the competition to be. If there's less competition, you're going to want to play longer. Same thing. How confident are you in Town Star? So we throw out our middleman here. We've got 13. We got 21 and 13, which is 34. said they are less than middle of the road confident in Townstar. And we've got 28 and 8. That is 36 of you said that you are above average confident in Townstar. So, damn near even. But most of the technically majority of you are more confident in Townstar. So that's good. Again, we want to see positivity and not just negativity, right? All right, this is the question I was expecting this answer, and I'm glad I'm glad it's what I thought it would be. Do you feel the competitions are integral to Townstar's success, popularity, and future? 54 of you, 73% of you said yes. That's how I feel. 4 of you said no. 12 of you said maybe. Not necessarily, but definitely having a competitive feature will keep it more engaging for most. Yes, and TownCoin is the only effing way to earn other than comp, and you effed it all up, Gala. Okay. Yes, or make P2E much better, but don't ignore both like currently. Maybe cap and the huge players somehow so more lesser players can feel like it's worth playing. Town, my boy. Please make the competition the best competition ever so I can earn Gala by your final note to help Gala ecosystem and directly contribute to the expansion of Gala Games. Town, my guy. Is there anything else you would like to say? So I did not make this question required. And I guess in hindsight I shouldn't have made any of them required, but I wanted to have, some solid data, right? No, not really. No, please fix the game. Games don't need more than one coin. Make one coin integral coin and just one. Gala needs better developers. They have made careless mistakes such as Randus Vox being hacked and nothing being done, sending out twice as many Walking Dead Vox to some people. I also think that the Walking Dead Vox shouldn't exist right now. The position they were in to release those was not a good one, considering it took months for Miranda's Vox to have any utility at all, and the Walking Dead game is further from release than Miranda's. Gala music seems cool, but also should receive no focus right now. Please don't let this game die, please. Townstar's big potential competitions and new metas is what make Townstar a good game, but your changes and lack of metas are making Townstar less fun to play. Plus, if you destroy TownCoin by making it worthless, removing it from Gala Power, everyone that has spent a lot of money buying Townstar NFTs, and not only them, they will be very angry, and I think there's a very good reason to be angry. So please don't change the utility of TownCoin at all. Fix your problems with Townstar servers, make new meta with old prices, wages, and everyone will be happy. And please just ask the players their opinion before doing major change in the game's ecosystem, because your players only want the success of Gala and nothing more, even though sometimes they can express themselves in an aggressive way. I think that's a fantastic point, whoever did that. 2 comp servers, one for NFTs and one for no NFTs. I really enjoy playing this game. I wish there was a way to accrue interest on our coins. There are games like DeFi Kingdoms, ILV, FNC, etc., where you can gain interest while staking. At least gaining more coins would help when sitting on one's hands until things get worked out in the game. With this last update, I may sell all my NFTs as well as sell out of Gala in town. I'll give it a few weeks, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Love the game, but it looks like it's falling apart. I appreciate the effort going into production. I know the vision of the creators that not always align with the customers, but it is better to work with the community you are trying to build, not against it. Also, why did this update get pushed to all servers instead of clearly marked development server? It would make a lot more sense to push things to a dev server and figure out what works or what doesn't work, how to redesign what doesn't, and then you have to go live on all servers. It will save the company a lot of headaches and, more importantly, money, as well as not upset the user base and create the distrust that seems to have been growing since I started following the game and company in January. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Almost like I've mentioned that before, huh? Spend all your resources in developing and finishing Townstar before releasing new products like Gala Chain. Well, no, we need Gala Chain. So that the Gala Chain is integral to everything. So that I don't agree with. But we need more news about The Walking Dead and exactly what they're going to be used for. More airdrops, less money, raping the players blind, burning token mechanics are an essential part of tokenomics. Please don't destroy our token investments by not creating a sustainable economics environment for our tokens. My best wishes to Gala and its employees. Improving seems easy on paper, but it can be a bumpy road. Well, that was a nice comment, huh? I can't wait to read this one. I'm not sure I know who it's from, but I have an idea. Seeing that you want to break everything and not fix what needs fixing, please go ahead. I lose my house, cool, no problem. People have lived in tents, just know hell is a very warm place. And another thing, if I am going to be judged by an AI, you better be 100% certain that I cheated. Also, as you can see, I'm not a fan right now, but you can change that because I did like the game at one point and not so much right now. One last thing, stop pushing Gala coin down our throats and fix town coin. I've invested not only my house but my time, and to me, time is life and life has value. You may not appreciate that, but one day you might, and then it will be too late. P.S. Go read and like his Discord, a section for devs. There's a lot of little bits that goes to the wayside and not mentioned on surveys. Yeah, so I do have a thread in my server where I'm asking all of you to comment things that you would want the devs to see, because it is possible they pop in from time to time. We need more notice on the changes. This is a strategy game. It takes time to develop strategy based on changes. Very good point. As part of tokenomics mentioned earlier, I'd rather see them switch to pricing things in their native token versus US dollar. Other projects use this method and it feels less like a cash grab. Don't tell players that you don't care about the price of the token that is the sole value behind play to earn. When people pay money to buy NFTs, they discuss rewards and stuff. Get over yourselves and be real. This is what you want to pioneer, then respect the people that are blazing the trail. I am a node owner, and when I got involved, I never thought there would be times I would question that decision, but there are days I try to figure out where this is all going. That's pretty important, I'd say, if a node owner is saying that. Gala Games says their games are play to earn, but it feels more like buy to resell. It's all about the race to buy as many pricey NFTs to resell them from the shop on launch, and not about people wanting to use any in-game. They're way too expensive. I love Gala Games, but I feel like the vision has changed massively in the past year. Thank you for actually getting an account of what we think. I genuinely believe Gala will dismiss all negative reviews and try to portray it as a resounding success. You're welcome. I appreciate you filling out the survey. Please. Then stop screwing us with your investors, players, please, and thank you. The employee hive mind in Discord is more and more off-putting the longer I stay active in the channels. The over-the-top hype trains every month for an obvious cash grab are becoming comical. Please stop. A general list of upcoming changes for Townstar would be great, which we do have now. Thank you. Explain the direction that Townstar and all games in the future will be moving so players can see the bigger picture. Timelines not needed. And please communicate regularly in subtle ways. I hope that Gala can focus on delivery of fun and unique gaming experiences. Haven't been able to try the new changes due to internet connection issues. Just got online yesterday. I love Gala and support you guys as much as I can, but some of the new stuff you are bringing in, they feel like they are not needed. For now, please stick with the games and leave the other stuff for later. Fix the bugs, not only make NFTs. Well, I really like Townstar because I can play on my phone. It's farming and town building game. It could be better to have something useful to get than just stars. Unless there is no competition, stars is useless in my opinion, just for daily town coin or ranking obsession. Having something useful for playing more time, that which doesn't affect rankings or competition, would be good. Townstar could be an amazing game if that's the work that's necessary to make it put in. Townstar could be an amazing game if the work that's necessary to make it amazing is put in. Change isn't always popular and sometimes necessary for long-term success, but it would help to receive better communication on how Gala envisions on how to get the long-term success. Create an in-house exchange so that the NFTs can be traded amongst players without exporting private keys to third-party platform. I don't know if they're going to do that, but I like where your head is. Nope. And then right now, there are much better projects, less time consuming with much better P2E. NFTs are overpriced. Whales control the market too much, so hard for new people to enjoy the game. Slow down in general, but get more manpower in short term on Townstar, get it right, prove the model, then move on. Fix bugs, fix town coin value, and make it easier to access NFTs. Tokenomics. Townstar will lose more value with the new upcoming Gala Power. Improve the tokenomics. Gala Power should have town in it, more advertising, more completion with rewards, 1 to 500. Tree farm 1530, lumber max 4 tree, fair correlation price speed between the lumber rancher farmer and log ABTV tractor. We've seen that comment before. Should have rewards for the monthly, even if smaller. That's not a bad idea. Give everyone a fair chance. We would love to have Townstar back and see you guys or Gala are struggling to make it work. I think most of us feel like you've just pushed it away and focused on other games and things and didn't pay needed attention to Townstar anymore. At least that's what I think. Please focus on Townstar. Is it a great game and has a lot of potential? Thank you. The loan of NFTs will help. Oh, this is a big one. Whew. Okay, we gotta read this. Gotta read this chunky monkey. Give me a second, guys. Almost done. I'm a relatively new player and have bought a couple of NFTs that were the most affordable for me, which for a new player wasn't exactly really that affordable. I spent many hours trying to learn the game and practice different builds and become confident enough in being able to create a sustainable town that I could build on. It was very interesting and fun to play. I believed that Townstar was going to be a huge success, and in thinking that, I felt confident in investing in the NFTs that I did to help me get started and earn in the play-to-earn server. Then all of a sudden, so many things were suddenly changed for no apparent reason. And to be told that Gala is trying to make it easier to begin with, it comes down to the fact that most of the core changes were very unbalanced, from pricing on some things to drastic wage increases and build requirements on others. Passive gas production earlier on in a build I feel is so crucial to achieve in order to start thinking about long-term strategy on final build direction. Power plant costs and wages is absurd even when you can try to get to creating gas using wind turbines. It seems to take so long to then try and accumulate enough funds to create just one power plant with still having enough money to cover the cost of extremely high wages. Oh, and also adding to that, the paved roads that now cost a fortune as well. Water facilities ran on eating oak. Construction time's so long it just gets boring. And all that lumber that's needed now. There are so many things that seem to not be balanced and don't make any sense. The new field mill requirements, reduced sheep in a pen, and the fact that two that are just also so slow. No real options to create a rush build except for flour. I personally would like to be able to choose what I would like to start with depending on what I want my final build to be, not just have one option. This is what just adds to the boredom of the game now. Most of the changes made have not made the early gameplay easier at all, and unfortunately I think only deter newer players. This game can be so addictive, and at the moment with these random changes, new players won't be able to see this because they will be giving up and moving on too fast. Which is a shame because Townstar really is such a great game and was so enjoyable to play. I hope I make the same AAA game, GameFi, Metaverse, blockchain game as you did in the near future. Oddtown. Oh, Oddtown. Shout out to Oddtown. I think I covered it in the above statements. The competitions. Oh, it's another big one. Okay. The competitions are very key to keeping people interested, I feel. They definitely need to keep these going. The time and date isn't as important, but they need to choose a schedule or a rotating schedule. Give people ample time to prepare and stick to that schedule. The length of competition changes the dynamic, and different lengths could work, but too short, and it definitely favors NFT holders right now, and it seems to be too buggy to handle longer competitions. I have been kicked out, reset, and had my gameplay stop way too often. I feel like with a longer comp, this is more likely to happen, and me not catch it and not place at all because of it. Gala needs to do a better job of relaying, documenting, announcing their intentions, rules, gameplay details, and stick to it. It's way too hard to sift through and find these details and know that they are actually the way it is. I feel like Townstar needs to be changed to accommodate more people. For it to really become a big hit, it is going to need to be able to handle a lot of people. I have tried to get some people into the game, and it has just run too slow on their computer. Talked about that a million times. The game is not optimized worth a damn. It does run very slow and sometimes needs to be fixed or added to address this. I would think the low graphics settings would be able to would do it, but it seems to do nothing. Yeah, low graphics doesn't do anything. Maybe you could have settled cutting the frame rate hard so that it's at least playable. The world map is also very hindering. If you're not in to pick a spot right away, you can't get a very good spot or the type of spot you want. At one point, I remember trying to go to play, and there were 11,000 players, and I couldn't find a spot that had decent gas cost and would make anything work. The player count seems to be a lot lower now, but it seems still very hard to find a nice spot with features that would make it fun for me to try and build a good town. I think the game should be prepped to handle 1 million players. If people can't get on and feel like they're able to do well, then there's only 11,000 people playing it, will ever get close to reach its full potential. I hope Townstar will grow further. Great game. Please help us like it will. I'm trying my best, guys. I know this is going to be a long-ass video, but I wanted to prove to you all that I'm going to read over everybody's comments because you took the time to fill it out, so I'm going to take the time to read it. In general, I feel the way they always put cart before the horse, many NFTs but games not functioning, increase wood, lumber needs but do not resolve basic worker prioritization. You start good, let's stay like that. Please make the best competition ever so I can earn Gala and buy your founder's note to help the Gala ecosystem materially contribute to the expansion of games. Town, you're killing me. You filled out this damn survey twice. I really enjoyed Townstar and I want it to succeed. We need more map variations, more crafts, more optimized mobile. I'm sure dev is near overworked right now, so don't kill them, but you don't want your dev to burn out. Last but not least, Gala is running only one published game right now. This is Townstar. Then it must be a perfect game because it's Gala's game's face at the moment, to be honest. All right, there we go. Shoot through this bad boy. We're going to get this video uploaded, and I'm going to have the data in a CSV file. So I'm going to upload that and get it accessible and send it to the people that need to see it. I don't know if they're going to watch the whole video. And frankly, I don't know if you watched this whole video, but damn it, it's all here. Okay, I went through the entire survey. So again, thank you to everyone that took the time to fill out, all 74 of you. Well, I think 73 because Oddtown, I see what you did. Oddtown filled it twice. You sucker. I see you. As always, if you got any questions, leave them down below. You can hit me up on Discord. I got that link down below, my personal Discord name. Got a Patreon if you want to help support me out, keep this stuff coming at you. If not, I still love you. It don't matter. I hope you had a good time listening to me ramble on for an hour. I had fun reading all your responses. At the end of the day, I love you. I want you to take care, and I'll see you on live stream, all right? Goodbye. Kisses. Oh, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate it. I wanted to shout out my Patreons. My patrons from Patreon. My patrons from Patreon. Thank you very much for all of your support. I really appreciate it. This is my first end video, so we're going to use this from now on. I'll get it better. Maybe eventually if we got more, I'll scroll or something. I don't know. I got to figure it out. But thank you all. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. Thank you all. The link for Patreon's below. Also, any way you guys feel like supporting me, I really appreciate it. Thank you. This is going to help me keep making content that hopefully you guys enjoy. So, thank you. I love you.